Welcome everybody to the Wolff Media Group podcast, and today we have a very special episode. We will be beginning shortly. Please stick by. Welcome everybody, and today we're going to be talking about something true and dear to my heart. We're going to be talking about, there's some free stuff, and there is some bad stuff that's free, some good stuff that's free, some cheap stuff that is very bad, cheap stuff that's very good, and just, topic of cheap or free stuff that you can use almost every day that will just change your life in the content creation, media field, theater, any way you can think of, it can change your life. So we're just going to hop right in, okay? Right? I think that's what you want, pretty much. It's just us to hop right in to today. And actually, right now, we're going to talk about one of the most underrated things in the world, I swear to God, is USB microphones. Okay? USB microphones that just plug straight into your computer so you can record audio is a lifesaver. Okay? Most people that do stuff on like podcasts or YouTube or stuff like that, TikTok, whatever, use their headphones. Not bad by any means. It's not bad. Don't get me wrong. Not bad. But for $40, let's look on Amazon. Ready? Amazon.com. We're going to go, what is this? This is a blue snowball USB microphone. Here we go. For how much? How much can you get it for right now? Right now, you can get a blue snowball condenser microphone for $50. All black, $50. Or what's 44, 42. Hold on, there's cheaper. I know there is. 42. Another 42 for $40. $40 right here. I found it. $40 on Amazon. You can buy a blue snowball USB microphone that you can do audio with, and it makes it sound so much better. $40. That's pretty cheap compared to let's go to just a random. We'll go to an Audio Technica. No, let's go to the Shure SM7B, which is a professional studio recording microphone, dynamic microphone. $400. It's $400, but for $40, you can start out sounding great. Or if you really want to, you can go with an SM58, but then you have to do a whole bunch. USB microphone, best USB microphone possible, I think, for under $50 is you can find some Audio Technicas, a couple Shures under that, but I think the Blue Snowball kills it in this range because of how good it is, how good it sounds, and that's the number one thing I would get if I was doing audio in any shape or form would be the Blue Snowball, or if you can, on sale, sometimes you can get a Blue Yeti on sale for pretty cheap, which is nice. You can get it for about $60-$70 usually sometimes, and just plug straight into your computer, and boom, bippity bop bop, your audio is so much better, so much nicer, and you can't even believe how, the quality from headphones to an actual microphone, tenfold, makes everything sound so much better. And honestly, if you have money laying around and you're not using it, or if you have money laying around and you'd be like, what should I buy with it? And you're doing content in general, anything, overlaying content, and you have a computer, USB microphone. But if you don't have a computer, go with something like a 3.5 millimeter jack to a lav. So a 3.5 millimeter jack to, not USB, 3.5 millimeter jack lav. Sorry, I couldn't. Lav is a lavalier microphone if you guys don't know. So some of these, let's look, $20. This one's a Shure, so that's $70. You can buy a Shure for $70. You can buy 14. You can get an over-ear for $15. You can get a clip-on for $25. Sony ones, $20. Omnidirectional, directional. You can buy a whole bunch of stuff for under $30 for your phone, and that will just, anything that you can plug in that has an external microphone will be so much better for just audio quality. It's worth it. I cannot explain enough that how much it is worth it, and it's just, I can't. It's so much better to have an actual microphone. So that's my thoughts on the microphone, and we're going to move on. I could talk about this for another 20 minutes, but we're just going to move on. So after microphones, right? We just talked about microphones and all that stuff and how great it is. Drop the topic, whatever, move on. Get it if you can, but if not, and you want to do, let's say, video, right? Video stuff, if you can, don't buy a DSLR, right? Unless you buy like a good DSLR that can do 1080 at 30 with all your different adapters and stuff. If you can, use your iPhone. If you have an iPhone or Samsung, use that. It does 4K video at 30 frames. It looks great. If you have an external microphone, boom, audio is great. Like, it's good. Like, if you do have a decent camera, like an iPhone 6S or above, I think, what's the latest iPhone? What is the earliest iPhone that could do 4K? Sorry, I just misspelled that whole thing. What is the earliest iPhone that... iPhone 6 Plus. The first iPhone to record in 4K with official support from Apple is iPhone 6 Plus. So if you have an iPhone 6 Plus or above, you have 4K video at 30 frames, right? So, boom, instant, you have better than 90% of the people out there using Eminem lyric, I'm better than 90% of the people out there, whatever. Fun little rap stuff, but you're going to be a lot better than most people out there. If you just even use your phone, go into your here, we can go right now, right? On my iPhone, I open my screen, I'm going to go to settings, right? I go to settings, I'm going to go type in camera, video, or record video. I can do 4K, oh holy cow, I could do 720 at 30, which is, it's HD, not great HD, 1080 at 30, 1080 at 60, which is both good, but not the best. I can do 4K at 24, which is cinematic, pretty much not the best. 4K at 30, which is great, high resolution. Or 4K at 60, which is really, really good. And then I can go to slow-mo, record at 1080 at 120 or 420 or 240. Very, very good. So, yeah, that's it. Use your iPhone, use your Samsung. Here, we'll go with Samsung. What is the first, or this Samsung that could do 4K? The Galaxy S5 from 2014 can do 4K at 30 frames. So if you have either one of those or above, 4K video, super easy, just a breeze. Press record, have an external audio source because it's usually not the best on cameras. Do the selfie camera, do the other camera. If you really want a wide angle, buy like a little lens. Like you just go to Amazon. Literally go to Amazon.com and type in lenses for phones, right? And the first one comes up. There's one from Movement for $40, a wide angle. There is a telephoto. There's a fisheye. There's whole bunch. 0.5 wide angle, 0.8 wide angle, macro lenses. You can buy almost anything. You can buy movement cases. You can buy 180-degree fisheyes, or anything you want. You can get for your phone, pretty much. You could buy a tripod. Like if we just look up like a Golby tripod for an iPhone or for a phone, it should be pretty cheap. Here we can buy an actual tripod, a lightweight tripod for $35, a flexible one for $15. You can buy selfie rings for $30. Like, these are all cheap stuff. It's gonna add up over time, but you can just keep adding. So like $30 here, buy a light. $30 here, buy a microphone. $30 there, buy a tripod. Stuff like that, just to keep adding on to your collection of stuff that you have. So eventually you'll just have so much stuff that you'll be great, pretty much. You'll be great. You don't need to buy new stuff unless you want to start saving for the more expensive stuff, like the SM7B for a podcast, or a new like Canon 80D that can do 4K with different lenses and Rode microphone, or just microphones in general on the camera, so you don't have to record audio separate. There's so much stuff you could do with cheap stuff, but once you buy the cheap stuff, it will last. It'll make your stuff better if you buy the right stuff. Because now there is a whole bunch of bad stuff, whole bunch of bad stuff. Like there is bad microphones. I'm in the world of audio a lot, right? And there is bad microphones. You don't want to buy the cheap Tor, THOR microphones, I believe, off of Amazon. I mean, they're okay, but you'll get buzzing in them. So just spend the extra $20, get a Blue Snowball, right? It's not that much different, except that you won't get buzzing, and it's a little bit more clear and a reputable company that you're buying from. Because Blue Yeti has been out for a very long time. Oh, I forgot to even add this, right? Before we get into the junk, invest in a good pair of headphones if you are going to be editing anything off a computer. Like right now, I have Audio-Technica's MX50s, I believe that's what they are, MX50s, but you can buy like the MX20s for like $50 or the MX30s for $70 or something like that. And they're just good. They're good headphones that you can use, and I've had no problems with them ever. Audio-Technica ones, so good. Buy some Shure, buy some Sennheisers. Any type of over-the-ear headphones, I think, is the best for editing, but that's just me. Editing, video editing, audio, anything like that. I love to use my Audio-Technica's XM50s. I don't know if they're XM50s or 50XM. There's something like that. Something like that. They're just super good. Highly recommend them. Get some headphones if you can. That's a very good purchase. And what was this? I was on like a track about something before I got into headphones and all that stuff. What was I talking about? Oh, the bad stuff. There is bad stuff. Not like if you're thinking like, oh yeah, you just need to tell me to get a MacBook, like a Mac Pro or a MacBook or something like that. It's like, no, that could be a bad deal, right? There's bad deals on like eBay and Amazon, but there's also great deals on them. That's not the point of this, though. I'm talking about cheaper stuff that's bad. And we're going to mostly talk about eBay because eBay seems to have a lot more of this than anywhere else I can think, except maybe Craigslist. And they're selling very old stuff from like 2002, 2004 electronics for $30-$40. And it's like, it's not really worth it. Like buying a keyboard for $40 from 2003. It's like, no, that's going to be like using Firewire or something. Like, don't do that. Yeah, it might be vintage, but if you're trying to like start and build a brand for something, you don't need that unless you're talking about keyboards. Like, you don't need that. That should be given away for free. So just watch out for stuff like that, just stuff that's junk that gets marketed as better stuff. Like, look at this microphone, it's so good, it is a blah 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 blah, and I paid X amount of dollars, and you can have a discount for this much. Like, that's usually not the best thing unless you know what the item is. Like, just be smart, pretty much. That's all you have to do is be smart. But investing in decent equipment at the very beginning it's not super expensive. Like I said, not super expensive to start out. Just focus on one area at a time. Do either lighting, audio, or video. Stick out one thing and go around. So like, if you want to start at audio, buy a microphone. I'd buy a microphone first. Then you move on to lighting. Buy a light. Just buy like a little clip light or something. Then you go video, buy maybe like a tripod. Go back to audio, buy some headphones, and just start like, go back and like between all three. Just go back and forth. So go audio, light, video, audio, light, video, audio, light, video. Till you run out of stuff to buy eventually. Then once you have all your stuff you need, start saving. Just save. Then you get better programs like Final Cut on Mac or Sony Vegas on Windows, stuff like that. Use DaVinci Resolve. I think that's free. From Blackmagic, DaVinci Resolve, that's free. Stuff like that you can get, and just do your research on programs and stuff that you can use for free. Like Audacity is a great audio editing software. iMovie, DaVinci Resolve, stuff like that, that's free. It's nice to have. Or not nice to have, it's nice to use when you're first starting out. Like iMovie, I know a lot of people that still use iMovie that make thousands of dollars a month off of their either audio or video or whatever, that still use iMovie because that's all they need. They don't need to do these fancy transitions or these fancy stops and starts and all this stuff. They just need simple stuff to lay their video. And iMovie does that instead of spending $300 on that. So just be smart. Think through what you're going to get. Think through on how you're going to get it. And just be smart with how you invest your money into this equipment. Don't just spend all of it on video, because then your audio might be just crap. So just think about how you're going to put it in. Split it up evenly between the 3 categories, I think, is the biggest part. And thank you guys for listening. And one quick thing before we go, I appreciate it so much for you guys listening. Thank you all for listening to this week's episode, and tune back next week for another very special episode. I appreciate everything that you guys do and listen, so thank you and have a great week.